Welcome to Geography class. Today's topic biodiversity. Biodiversity is made up of two words, bio and diversity. Bio means organisms, living organisms, and diversity means varieties. Thus, biodiversity. The term was used by Lovejoy in 1980 and in 1985 by Walter G. Rosen. Now see the definition. Biodiversity may be defined as variability and variety of all organisms on our earth. Now we will see the classification of biodiversity. Biodiversity are of three types, namely A, B, C. Ecosystem biodiversity, species biodiversity, and genetic biodiversity. Now you will see some details about these three biodiversity. Ecosystem biodiversity. There are large variety of ecosystem on the earth, such as forest ecosystem, ponds ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, mountain ecosystem, desert ecosystem, marine ecosystem, and so on. Now, next, species biodiversity. In this, we will see it is the whole range of species found in an area. The regions which are rich in species biodiversity are known as hot spots. Genetic biodiversity. A good number of dog species we are getting, all those are due to genetic biodiversity. Genetic biodiversity serves the ways to adapt in various environment. Our next point is the loss of biodiversity. Causes of loss of biodiversity: habitat destruction. Due to habitat destruction, biodiversity loss it is happening. Next one is overexploitation. All this overexploitation is the another important cause of loss of biodiversity. Several disease, pandemic disease, as at present you are seeing corona. If it gets affected to animals, then a good number of species it will be destructed. And another one is shifting cultivation, or we can say the June cultivation. This particular cultivation also brings the destruction of forest. Deforestation it is occurring, and thus the loss of biodiversity it is happening. Degradation also it is the one of the important factor. Over harvesting in a particular area. If harvest it is happening twice or thrice in a year, then loss of biodiversity is happening. Illegal trade, like the elephant tusk, lizard skin, tortoise shell, all these brings the loss of biodiversity. Natural calamities also one of the important factor like drought, flood, earthquake or forest fire. Forest fire is one of the vital factor for the loss of biodiversity. A good number of species it extincts in forest fire or dawanal. Next one is, if we will see two species, then we will see three types of species are here in species biodiversity. First one is threatened species, endangered species and extinct species. Endangered species, if you will see, then one thing you must remember, IUCN. This IUCN headquarters is at Switzerland. IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. As I told you, its headquarters is at Gland in Switzerland. IUCN maintains a red data book. In red data book, all endangered species are maintained. Now we will see the importance of biodiversity. Importance of biodiversity. Importance of biodiversity. Number one, occurrence of ecosystem. A good number of ecosystem it is occurring on this earth. Ponds ecosystem, forest ecosystem, and so on. Secondly, economic benefits. Due to biodiversity, we are getting from forest ecosystem a good number of medicines, herbal plants, and for timber industry, timber, wood. Next, maintenance of ecosystem. Biodiversity makes balance between one ecosystem to another ecosystem. For example, if we see to the ponds ecosystem, then we will see the relation between the frog, the snake, and the grass, and so on. Creation of ecological pattern. Biodiversity always keeps ecological balance among its biotic and abiotic factors. Aesthetic value. Aesthetic value also it is obtained from biodiversity. Thus, we see the various significance of biodiversity. Our next point is conservation of biodiversity. It is important for man's essential activities and for living one, that includes food, clothing, medicine, and livelihood. All this is obtained from biodiversity. So, biodiversity conservation is much needed. Food, clothing, medicine, all are the essential part of our life. But we will see that biodiversity presents beautiful aspects of nature. Biodiversity not only gives the primary activities things, that is agriculture, but also it helps in secondary activities, that is to say various industries, paper industry and such another industries, totally based upon this biodiversity phenomena. There are two types of habitat we are seeing here, that is to say in situ and ex situ. In situ. In situ conservation is most useful one. In this we will see the various types of protected forest, wildlife sanctuary, reserve forest, and so on. Then we will see ex situ conservation. Ex situ conservation, it includes zoological park, botanical garden, and gene bank. Thus, we understood the in situ and ex situ conservation of biodiversity. Lastly, we can add protection and preservation of biodiversity are indispensable. Thus, our today's topic it ends.